everyone, welcome to the Restaurant Show, and I am here in Beaufort at the Sea Eagle Markets restaurant, Good Eats, with Captain Craig Reeves. Hello.
Good morning, how are you doing?
Good morning, it's great to be back, and you have one of my favorite items here. And we're actually not going to talk about, per se, the restaurant, but one of the things that you've really cultured, and this is yours. This is something that you've grown.
Right, this is our Mariculture oyster.
Mariculture oyster.
Yeah, it's one of the new programs that we have going on. We've been harvesting wild oysters for 20 years.
Right.
You know, as our family and our company. But this is a new project. In the last 12 months, these seed were put out last January.
And this is seed that you put out and you've really just cultivated along the way. And this is the product now, the oyster now that you have to serve your customers.
Yep.
And people, you're selling to restaurants too in the area.
Right.
Okay, so tell me about, because something I noticed and I'm learning, I said, this is a really deep cup, right?
Yeah,
is that right?
Exactly.
And he was kind of like, yes, it is. Tell us a little bit about
oyster,
it. Yes.
But you can also see the growth. And that tells you that oyster is real healthy, and it's also growing fast.
Okay.
And that's one thing about the triploid, that Mariculture oyster. It really is a fast-growing oyster, really salty and sweet.
Brininess,
awesome.
yes. And now you have a specific name for this oyster, though.
Right. We call it our Port Royals.
This is a Port Royals. And now tell me, can we open one up?
Yeah.
I mean, I know we have it here, so that's what
ready.
Looks beautiful, which I'm going to want to eat one of them.
You're going to want to eat one?
Okay, I'm going to watch you do it and then see, but he's a pro at this. How many do you think you can shuck like in a minute?
I don't know.
If you're really hungry.
A few.
A few, right?
So,
look at that. That is beautiful. Really easy to do. Oh my gosh, and look at the brininess. And look at, oh, that is so good. Here, I'm going to do this right now.
Okay,
Let's do it.
Why not?
But tell us, as I do this, and I'm probably going to be slurping it around the way, tell us about how we can get these from you.
Okay. Well, in the market, you can call ahead.
Okay.
Is what we'd like to do is by pre-order. So our number there is 843-521-5090.
Which you can also check it out on their website too, and we have it across the screen too.
Okay, yep. But you can get them by the 100 count, by the 50 count, or by the dozen. And then in the restaurant, you can get them by the half dozen.
And that's in the restaurant. Now, what if I do not know how to cook these? What do I, there's a lot of people out there that I cannot do a raw oyster. There's no way. So what can we do? Because I know you guys do a lot of catering.
Well, we're doing like what we call a Southern Rockefeller.
Okay.
So we're using collards instead of spinach,
that's
a little
awesome.
Bacon, and some sharp cheddar cheese.
I love it.
And so we are cooking them that way.
And that's
on the
in the restaurant. Now, what about as far as getting you guys to come out and do these oysters? And it doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be these oysters, because it just depends on how many people you have your party.
Correct. But these are more expensive than the local clusters.
Yeah, because they're beautiful and they're huge. But so how many people can, if I want to have an oyster roast come out, especially with Super Bowl's coming up, St. Patrick's Day, all these events coming up. People, and it's this time of year that you eat these oysters.
Our oyster roast is $14.95, all you can eat, all inclusive, 25 people minimum would come to your house.
And we would have you come over, and would someone help us shuck or show us how to do it?
Yeah, I mean the cooked oysters are a lot easier to get into than a raw oyster.
Because they'll open up just enough so you can open it up.
But we provide the rags, the gloves for your hand, and the knives, so everything you need.
And how do we get that? Like, how do we go to the do we go to the market? How do we set that up, and who do we set that up with?
Well, you can call in and ask for our catering department. My daughter Melina pretty much handles our catering.
And Melina, I have to shout out. She just had a baby.
So she's been on maternity leave for 2 weeks.
For 2 weeks. She's back. She's back. She's back to go. So we also know that with the restaurant, you've been wildly successful, and now we have to add a few more hours on to keep feeding everyone. Tell us about the hours of operation that you guys have, and when you can grab things at the market or at the restaurant.
Well, our market hours are 9 to 6, 6 days a week. Our restaurant hours are 11 to 3, Monday through Thursday.
Okay.
And now our Friday, Saturday hours are 11 to 8.
So you can come on the weekends, when you're doing your shopping, you're getting everything done, you can actually come for dinner now. An early dinner.
Right.
Once it gets dark, you guys got to close up because you got to go back out again to go grab. they got to go catch what you're going to eat. So
pretty much.
I love it. Now, what do you guys have coming up? Do you have any events that we'll be looking forward to seeing you in the spring?
Our big event in the spring is the Soft Shell Crab Festival in April.
Yep, and that's in Port Royal. Is that going to be
in Port Royal?
That is a huge event, and if you have not tried a soft shell crab, this is the way to do it, because there's all of these great venues that are coming out and showing us how to make the beautiful soft shell crab, and it's a perfect time of year to come and do it.
Right.
And the weather is always great, so definitely you guys got to check that out. And tell me a little bit about, because I know we've been really featuring the restaurant. Tell us again what's your latest catches with over at the market, and what's popular this time of year at the market?
Well, oysters are really wintertime is
Right.
the king. Shrimping season is just closed. We had a late extended season,
That's
so
awesome.
that's been really good.
Right, right.
We're packing some swordfish, tuna, mahi right at Port Royal docks.
And again, you guys remember, if you don't have all of the toppings, I used to brag about what you guys had before. There's like a whole store over there now with everything that you need to cook, whether it's oysters or swordfish or any of the items, shrimp, of course, that they have. They have everything that you need. You don't even have to go to stores. It's like one-stop shopping.
I want to give a big shout out though for Hilton Head. If you'd like to get these oysters, is at Sea Pine Resort, the coast.
They're really promoting
using the
local
Port
oysters.
Royals.
Love it, love
And
it.
then out on St. Helena, local chef Will at Foolish Frog.
Great.
So that's 2 locations outside of Sea Market that you can
grab
get the
it at.
Port Rolls.
That's awesome. And I love these restaurants that are really supporting local, which is fantastic. So you guys make sure you check them out. Okay, I'm going to go for it. Are you joining me?
Well, I should. Don't leave me out.
Nope, it'd be rude, right? Thanks you guys for joining us, and make sure you check out the Sea Eagle Market and Good Eats restaurant on Boundary Street. Whoop, cheers. All right. Whoop. All right. We'll be back in just a moment.